just in your lovely hall by chance?
We're called the Aerial Maps, and we're going to do some songs and some stories and some little musical pieces for your enjoyment and hopefully pleasure tonight. You're as good as hot Milo on a July night. You're as good as a sneeze. You're as good as that click in your ears when you yawn. You're as good as the smell of chlorine, as good as the smell of petrol, as good as the ends of newly cut hair, as good as the smell of Pantene in a girl's hair. You're that good. You're as good as a freshly poured glass of Guinness. You're as good as Spain. You're as good as all those new digital TV channels that they have, except not in my suburb. You're that good. You're as good as that time that we got stuck there on the Fink River out in the Northern Territory. 3 days we were stuck on that riverbed, cut off by the rains. I didn't think it could get any better than that. I didn't think it could get any better than that. We walked around Ayers Rock. We walked around Uluru. We didn't climb it. You're that good. You're as good as Matong. In a rainstorm, reminds me when I grew up in Port Moresby. Nothing like that would ever be the same. I wish I'd have known you. Wish I'd have known you. After 12 hours on the Pacific Highway, you're as good as the pie from the Woodburn Cake Shop. You're as good as the pie from the Holbrook Bakery. You're as good as 10 hours on the road on the Great Eastern Highway. You're as good as an English tart. You know those little black and white cakes? You're as good as an English tart. You're that good. And Russ, you're pretty good. Yeah. You're that good. This is called Shark. It's about my sister who went missing. When my sister was 19, she found an old car with the keys still in the ignition near the bank of the estuary. She was 19 too when she left our town altogether. She left our town altogether and she never came back. Never came back. Never ever came back. In the winter of 1984, an East Coast low pressure system destroyed the fleet in their moorings, smashed the jetty, and flattened half the town in a hailstorm which the Weather Bureau somehow forgot to mention might happen The Weather Bureau didn't say a word. No one reported it. There was no online warnings. There was nothing. The beaches on either side of the inlet disappeared in one day, and the rocks of the breakwall became cliffs overnight. It was that night that she called from somewhere down the coast. I hadn't spoken to my sister in 4 years, and she said, "There's a shark in our pool. There's a shark in our local seaside pool. There's a shark in our local municipal pool by the sea." "What do we do?" she said. I said, "Know how are yous? Know how you're goings? Know what you've been up to's? Know how's Mum and Dad? How's Simon? How's he doing in school?" None of that. No. She just said, "There's a shark in our local pool. What do we do?" So all I said was, "Get a blanket. Get a blanket, one of those old disposable ones. Or should I say, disposal store ones. And pick the shark up like that. Put it underneath it and scoop it out." On the Eyewitness News of the World that night, I saw my sister. They showed footage of the storm, and I saw her with a blue-eyed man whom she clearly knew a little too much, a little too well for my liking. The way he looked at her with those blue eyes, it seemed far more than I could ever imagine. And there was my sister and that blue-eyed man hauling that shark down to the local pool, down beside the rip, down at the estuary, down next to the sandbank. And they put that shark into the water. They tipped it in. There was a news crew. There was a crowd gathered. And that shark swam away very quickly. Shark got out of there as quick as it could. Shark disappeared. Gone. Thank you. This is called Lighthouse Beach. I grew up on the coast. I still live on the coast. I love the great highways that run up and down it. I also love the ones that run across it. Up and down and across and around again and back again. Which way do you want to go? Up, down, sideways. We met under the step of a mozzie zapper in a Port Macquarie fish and chip shop. So he bombed some orchid bottles with blue tack and a slice of your mum's garden hose. Oh, I see some knowing smiles in the audience there. Roll around on the front lawn. Roll around on the front lawn. I smell the juicy fruit chewing gum holding everything together. Exactly 8 months later, we moved to Sydney, whereupon one December Wednesday, the Corolla broke down on South Dowling Street. We had to call the NRMA, and they towed it to a garage in Bodney. And the mechanic there said, "Mate, the head gasket, she's cracked. Shows over. The head gasket, it's cracked, it shows over. See that crack? I couldn't see a thing. They got you over a barrel, those blokes. Know nothing about cars. Head gasket, mate, is gone. Say whatever you like. Do whatever you want." So we sold it to the wreckers on that guy's advice and got 50 whole bucks for it. And to catch the bus home with a plastic bag full of cassettes, a tennis ball, a tennis racket, a cricket bat, 4 pens, a pencil, and a copy of Cloud Street. What that was doing in the car to this day, I do not know. I do not know. borrow the mate's work ute to get to work for the rest of that week. The following Friday, I went for drinks after my knockoff. A chain of events. I won't elaborate. Suffice to say, I was eventually pulled up, DUI, on South Dowling Street, Sydney. Policeman saying, "You're well over the limit. You're well over the limit." Mate, you nearly clocked the thing. You're not over the limit. You're kidding me? I walked home from there. She was home, cooking some pasta. I think it was pesto. She said, "What are you going to do now? What are you going to do now? What are you going to do now?" There was a straw that was placed on the camel's back and it broke it. She was off. The 7 a.m. Eddie Avenue $59 internet fare, one way back to Port Macquarie. Back to Port Macquarie. Has anyone been to Port Macquarie? Flinders Beach, you know Flinders Beach, Lighthouse Beach. But she didn't get off there, no way. She kept on going up. She kept on going north, past Kempsey and Coffs, all the way up past the back of Balmoral, up past the back of Bill and Marshall, past there at the back of the border ranges before they put the freeway in, over there, over the border, past the back of Burleigh Heads, past Calabadgeron, Currumbin, I should say, Bird Sanctuary. It's still there after all these years, and all these tears. Kept on going north, ended up in Airlie Beach, got a job at a dive centre. Slept there on the second night with a backpacker, and Richard, or Mike, or Hands. I don't care. I don't care. This bloke, it was all hands, apparently. I stayed in Randwick for 2 more months. Then I pulled the pin on the whole thing myself. Found myself back in Port Macquarie. And I sat on Lighthouse Beach with a 6-pack of beer, and I said, "Cheers to the Pacific. Cheers to its highways. Cheers to its towns. Cheers to the white western sun setting over the great divided range." She called me one day and she said, "How's it going?" I said, "Not bad, how about you?" And she said, "I'm okay, what are you up to?" I said, "Listen, why don't you just come back? Come back. Come back. I'll put the cash in your account. I'll try." And we sat on Lighthouse Beach, riding through the cave in the pouring rain. We sat on Lighthouse Beach with a 6-pack of Melbourne Bitter. We said, "Cheers to the Pacific, cheers to its highways, cheers to its towns." Lying on Lighthouse Beach, a union of sorts, up a mariner's way. It's okay. It's the great silence here, weighing all night through our sleep. And it's a great silent night of Australia and all our lives. Of Australia and all our lives. Sometimes it just feels so good to say the word Australia. My brother and I are driving. We are heading west across the Great Divided Range up to Katoomba. We are going west, west, west. the foots and the ghosts. It's the empty building roads. The bitumen going all the way. These back lines of bitumen. Past Broken Hill and Kimber. And the salt cans heading west in the Great Australian Sea. Has anyone ever drive across Australia, across the Nullarbor? You go down to Broken Hill, go over the Peterborough, across the Peters Ranges, the top of the Spencer Gulf, Sejuna, Port Augusta. I knew I missed you, but I didn't realise I missed you quite this much. Where are you? You're out there in the blinding sunlight. Go to Mungrabilla Roadhouse and then to Nullarbor. On board, put another cassette in the tape player, put another CD in the CD player, flip that iPod, do something for God's sake, because I'm dying here. I'm dying here. These long drives. Your eyes. And I'll dip my toe in Coslow when I eventually get to the west coast in bare feet in the heat. How do you think it feels? 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 And the sound of my wheels. The Great Australian Silence. The Great Australian Silence. And the same Australian heat. The Great Australian Silence. And the same Australian heat. The Great Australian Silence. And the same Australian heat. Brian can feel it out the flat. You can feel it outside cash converters, converting your life into cash. You can feel it down the pub, where a boyfriend Scotty's finding someone, and therein lies the rub. Such blackness against the sun. Such blackness against the sun. Such blackness against the sun. Down past Frio Oval, down past the swimming pool. His fist is hitting head again, but don't call him a fool. Don't call him a fool. Don't call him a fool. himself to oblivion, or a version thereabouts, of pots of EU bitter, 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 bitter beer, and JD and Coke shouts of 6 an ounce, of JD and Coke shouts of 6 an ounce. Beer, our glorious beer. It's Australia's holy water. I'll drink and I'll drink and I'll drink and I'll drink. There's nothing you can say. I'll drink and I'll drink and I'll drink and I'll drink. What's it got to do with you anyway? What are you looking at? What are you looking at? What are you looking at? What are you looking at, mate? He stares hard at the barman, eyes of blue-eyed, eyes of ice. Bar bloke's not that stupid, there's no need to tell that bloke twice. He stares hard at the barman, eyes of blue-eyed, eyes of ice, eyes of blue-eyed, eyes of ice. The bar bloke's not that stupid, there's no need to tell him twice or thrice for that matter. It doesn't matter, he's not mucking around. The bar bloke, he's not that bum, he's been there, done that, don't worry about that. Oh yeah, no, I used to work across east, I used to work in the Kalgoorlie, he was getting behind, I know my stuff, I don't muck around with clothes like that. I can tell these boys, hold on. You don't mess with Scotty Bennett. You don't mess with Scotty Bennett. You don't mess with Scotty Bennett. Because the sun sets on the sea. You can see it clear from here. Sits down by the sea. Where everyone knows she should go. Everyone knows Brianna should go. She's just a nightmare. He's just a nightmare, that bloke. He's gone. He's done it once, twice, too many times. Yeah. Too many times he's seen the sun come up with bloodshot eyes. Yeah, no way. Brianna should go. She should run for her life while she still can. She should get out of there. She should leave Frio. She should go. She should go somewhere. To some sort of promised land. Some sort of promised land. Because the America's Cup was great and all that, but Frio is not as great as you think. You're living in a flat. Only drink water. Only drink water when we can. We can't find Coke. I'm talking about the port of Old Fremantle. I'm talking about the old port of Fremantle. I'm talking about the old port of Frio. Oh, this is Frio. This is a time and a place that you won't see again. When the sun sets on the sea, you can see it clear from here. It sets down by the sea, you can see it clear from here. Of course it's down by the sea. It's the sun that's going over the Indian Ocean. Are you kidding me? Righto, all the way across. The umbrellas is up there north somewhere, and it goes right across, all the way, all the way. Yeah, sun sets on the sea. Brianna should run. She should run from Frio. In Frio. Frio. Frio.
You can almost
Thanks very much. Alana Rassak, see you there. To tell the story properly, I need to name the names. Need to mark down the dates and put the faces in frames. Because hair trigger pregnancies ran through her family, the way others did the ability to sing or dance, or other specific faculties. But we aren't seeing the exception to that particular rule. All the Rockingham boys had come and the kick paper had never once turned blue. But she knew her periods to the minute, she could time and right on cue. And this time was definitely different. It was definitely different this time, she knew. Well, her sister-in-law Christy said, why don't you get a test and get a proper one at that? Those chemist kids are shouts. Go down to the clinic. My brother's got you pregnant. They can sort it out. They can deal with it. But I'm like, why not keep it? You're joking. Not to hit you right after all that trouble. Are you kidding me? Are you joking? Maybe I will. Maybe I won't. Maybe it's my decision. Maybe I will, maybe I won't. Maybe it's my decision. Maybe I will. Maybe I won't. Maybe it's my decision. Maybe I will. Maybe I won't. Maybe it's my decision. Maybe I will. Maybe I won't. Maybe it's my decision. Well, the test comes through positive and all the signs are good now. She can't wait to tell Scotty like she never thought she would. After all that trouble, why not? Take the plunge. And never drink water, never drink Coke, never drink Coke Zero. She sits up there in the flat at the top of Frio and she waits for him to come home. And when she's been seen down the clinic, someone's seen Scotty in the pub. Someone's told him all about it. He puts 2 and 2 together, 2 and 3 together, 2 and 8 together. The guy never passed maths. She's been seeing another bloke. I wouldn't lie to you. I wouldn't lie to you. So it starts from here. The dump truck sun stays blazing. Every story starts somewhere. This one starts here. Right here. Maybe I will. Maybe I won't. Maybe it's my decision. Maybe I will. Maybe I won't. Maybe it's my decision. Maybe I will. Maybe I won't. Maybe it's my decision. Thanks a lot. It's easy to think that the Gold Coast is some sort of promised land, but it's bloody easy to fall in the cracks, and you might just end up in a caravan. And I'll give you this tip. I'll say it clear. I'll lay it right down now. There's no place for poets in a residential park. Oh, there's no singing in the shower, mate. Oh, there's no happy meals. There's no happy families. No summer days. No, hey, 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 hey. It's a great day. No way. It's the Sunset Park. And the concrete slabs and the water tanks and the rain rising mangroves beneath the three-head sky. At least it's a good place to hide. The misty every arm. It's straight out of Frio and then moved out of the East Coast side. With 2 kids under 5. With 2 kids under 5. Everyone's running from something. Everyone's got a secret or two. Everyone's got something up their sleeve. This is no promised land. And when you can't read anywhere else, you get a place with no address. It's a caravan on the border of New South Wales and Queensland. Yeah, we'll stay there. And the weedy scraps and the rubbish, they're piled up and they never sweat. No way. The children would play in water drains, write their contracts in the sand of the Great for Life. The girls have met this guy named Kevin. He's got the tiger tat, 5th Battalion. He was in Vietnam at Nui Dat, long tan. He's a hard old bloke. He loves to smoke. He knows the score. In the Sunset Park, everyone's running from something. Everyone's got a secret or two. Everyone's got something up their sleeve. Some people have more than a few. Everyone's running from something. Everyone's got a secret or two. Everyone's got something up their sleeve. Some people have more than a few. It's getting dark. It's getting dark. It's getting dark. In the Sunset Park, Caravan Park. Thank you. Most afternoons we come home from school, he'd be there calling up phone tab. This is 207-919-00, he'd say. That's his phone tab number. This is 207-919-00. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you very much. Race 5, Eagle Farm, number 6, 2 units each way. Race 6, Birmingham, number 12, 4 units each way. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you very, very much. His transistor covered in a brown leather case, frayed at the edges, and a lino floor in the kitchen. He loved to punt my dad, and Gigi lost a lot. He loved to punt my dad, and Gigi lost a lot. And I connect that with hot drives and hot cars, hot leather seats which burn your legs to touch, and non-specific coastal roads. Non-specific coastal roads. These aren't the places or magazines. These are nowhere in history written. They figure in no mythology, not a bit. There's static on the radio, many years have passed. Static receptor line on the floor, the windows are stuck fast dry. At the windows, there's roadside bill. It's been many years. It's been several years. It's been 12 years since my father died. I don't believe a minute of that. Not for 1 second. Not for 1 second. Coming a minute of that. There's a picture of it flew to my face years ago. It's stuck in my chest, before my chin, it's stuck in my eyes. It's been many years. All manner of cars. Holdens, FCs. All manner of Japanese imports. I can remember them all because I never forget, and I remember everything. I've been up and down, I've been across. I've been personally, I've eaten so many bags of hot chips. In fact, I've had some today. So many big pies. I've had so many cakes from cake shops, so many bananas from roadside stalls. So many chocolate milkshakes or milk bars, so many cans of Coke, so many bottles of lemonade. You lost a lot, my dad. I remember him on the phone tab. I remember him on the phone tab. driving on country roads, just raising my index finger to the oncoming car, just to say, how's it going? Yeah, mate, how's it going? Just like my dad used to do with the old Valiant. Across rivers, across towns, across plains, a hate line, another ball, places which don't resonate with the tourists. Tourists have got no idea of this history that we make in our lives. All those years ago, and I remember my father, and I remember him on the phone tab. He used to say, this is 207 91900, thank you. This is 207 91900. This is 207 91900. Thank you, 207 91900. Coming in from some distant town, some distant place, well, the cat goes on my life with a childhood. Little sign to say such and such, and such and such. This is the road there, this is the road back. This is the time I ate that Lamington. It's all coming back to me right now. All coming back to me right now. All those years ago, all those trips to Brisbane, all those trips to Melbourne, all those trips to Broken Hill, it's all coming back to me right now. All those days at 22 Wall Street, Bondi, racing their away, racing their away, their away, their away, racing their away, racing their away, racing their away. So now I get in my car, I drive to a North Coast town. As I do, the radio flickers to life. And all the racing stuff from some distant town, some distant place, and I'm taken right back home there to North Bondi. And my father, with his radio, sitting there in the kitchen. Don't you tell my mum, don't you tell mum, don't say a word to mum. Oh please, be quiet. Just a little fella. And he lost a lot, my dad, but he did not the fun. He lost a lot, my dad, but he did not the fun. He was on the pump, on the pump, on the pump, on the pump, on the Thank you. Problem with my saxophone. That's what my ex-girlfriend said. Oh, bugger it. Bugger the sax. It's not all about sax, you know. I don't know what I'm saying. At the end of my roads, there's always a sandy path. There's a car with a surfboard inside, ready for use. At the end of my roads, at the end of my roads, at the end of my gone roads, at the end of my roads, sound and faces and sights, sound and faces and sights. We're taken through the mess of movement on those coastal nights, those coastal nights. the girl I loved you didn't love me. The girl I loved you couldn't love me. What happened to her and where is she? Ah yeah, she's out there. She's in the blinding sunlight. She says that she's alright. She's in the blinding sunlight. She says I'm alright, mate. And she says, don't call me. Don't you call me. Don't call me. Don't you call me. Don't call me. Don't you 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 call me. Why did you call me? Why did you call me? On the run again. At the end of my road, she's in a shack in Protester Falls. Beds of bracken, what will happen? Beds of bracken, what will happen? You've been drinking too much, man. You've been drinking too much. I'm going back to Redcliffe. I'm going back to Spring Hill. I'm going back to Byron. I'm going back to the back of Billinutchel. I'm living in Federal on the North Coast. I'm making pots on a clay wheel. Buggy up. Don't you call me. Don't you dare call me. Don't 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 call me anything except late for dinner. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. She's in the blinding sunlight. She says that I'm alright. She's in the blinding sunlight. She says I'm alright, Jack. I'm alright, Jack. I'm alright, Jack. She said, why don't you just come up? And I said, alright, where are you? She said, give it a go, come on. I'm 35, I want a kid. You're a long time looking at the lid. 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 Just take a chance, mate. Just take a chance. You're a long time looking at the lid. You're a long time looking at the lid. You're a long time looking at the lid. You can't waste anymore. You're 43. You kidding me? Yeah, don't call me.